Good morning. I'm Stephen Aquario, the Executive Director of the New York State Association of Counties. Thank you for taking the time from your busy schedule to participate in today's very important, very exciting webinar on our new Amazon Business Plan Program for the NYSAC membership. The association really strives to bring together cost savings proposals, whether it's for your energy supply needs through MEGA, your workers' compensation needs through PERMA, or your property casualty needs through NYNER. NYSAC is constantly bringing together programs and services for the membership to save the taxpayers money and to provide a superior level product and service. And today, we're very pleased to make a very important announcement that should save all of us a considerable amount of money for our taxpayers and secure high quality goods and services. And the New York State Association of Counties is also a member of the NYSAC Amazon Business Prime program as well. So we practice what we preach. Before we get into today's webinar, I want to introduce the NYSAC President, the Honorable Benjamin Boykin, Westchester County Legislator. Ben, are you with us?
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. As Steve mentioned, my name is Ben Boykin. I'm Westchester County Legislator, and I'm also the President of the New York State Association of Counties. We have almost every county represented on this call. And so I personally want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to hear about this exciting program. It is always a privilege to connect with our members. And today, I'm especially excited to introduce a brand new exclusive member benefit in partnership with Amazon Business Prime. This program has been designed specifically for NYSAC members, providing exclusive discounts, Prime membership, and a host of other advantages to help counties streamline purchasing and maximize savings. The launch is particularly meaningful as NYSAC celebrates its 100th anniversary. Yes, that's a century of advocacy, service, and support for county governments across New York State. Throughout our history, NYSAC has been committed to delivering valuable programs and resources that help our members serve their communities more effectively. Today's announcement is just the latest example of that mission in action. We are thrilled to bring this opportunity to you, and we look forward to seeing how counties across the state can benefit from this partnership. In a moment, you'll hear more details on how to take advantage of this exciting program. But first, let me extend my sincere appreciation to Steve Aquario, Executive Director of NYSAC, the NYSAC staff, and certainly our friends at Amazon, and to everyone who helped make this initiative possible. Thank you for your time. And now it's time to get started. Steve, back to you.
Okay, Ben, thank you very, very much. Look, this is a very exciting initiative here today. It started over the last year and a half with discussions with Amazon across the United States. I had a meeting with my counterpart in Ohio, the Ohio Association of Counties, where she briefed the other state association directors about an initiative with Amazon Business Prime and what it meant to her membership in Ohio. After learning about the benefits, after talking with Karen Storm, our NYSAC procurement consultant who works with us here, formerly of Albany County, and a great friend of NYSAC and to the procurement officials across New York State, we discussed how this could benefit New York counties. Were counties already using Amazon? Yes. What would happen to those who were using the existing Amazon program? Were they using Amazon Business Prime? No. Well, that's something that we could fix with today's webinar. So there were lots of questions that we had about existing users of Amazon. But the great news today with what you'll hear is how this could benefit York County. There are other states that are moving into this program right now: Ohio, Indiana, Wisconsin, New York, and soon North Carolina, and many other states will be partnering with our friends with Amazon. But I'm very pleased to have Tessa Sullivan with us today, Travis Brown, and Jessica Rice, all senior account executives in the governmental platform with Amazon. Many of you know them right now all across the state. As we go through today's webinar, there's a question tab on your deck in front of you where you can type in your questions. You can type them in now, or you can type them in throughout today's presentation. Whatever's on your mind, please submit that question, and we'll take all the questions and answers at the end of the presentation today. And the questions that we don't get to, we're going to email out a frequently asked question document, which will be submitted to all of you who registered for today's webinar, along with your business account executive. If it's Travis, if it's Jessica, if it's Tessa, or if it's Mary, Tom, Cindy, or John, you will get an email with your Amazon Business Prime contact so that you can further communicate on how to enhance, participate, promote, or become better acquainted with what we're going to describe today. Our hope is today that you will actually push the button and enroll. We are going to do a group enrollment today, and later in today's presentation, you'll hear from a couple of participants who did this enrollment as an early bird yesterday. We have some folks with us here today that actually enrolled and can demonstrate how easy it is to do this. So we are actually going to enroll you all today. It's very easy, it's very simple, it's very exciting. With that said, let me go to Tessa Sullivan and we'll kick off today's webinar. Tessa.
Thank you, Steve, and thank you to everyone here at NYSAC and the counties within New York. We are thrilled to be working with you and introduce this special benefit opportunity with free Prime and additional benefits only available through NYSAC. Our team in New York of senior account executives are here in person, Travis Brown and Jessica Rice. I will pass it over to you, Travis and Jess, to kick off the presentation and continue leading our New York counties in the best way with Amazon Business. Thank you.
All right, and thank you. So just as a starting point here, we have the agenda up here on the slide just to kind of focus on some of the key points we're going to discuss here today. A lot of you may be familiar with Amazon Business. Some of you may be more familiar with a personal Amazon account. With the idea is that, hey, we want to be able to answer a lot of these questions, show you the benefits, and it's really a great opportunity to really kind of analyze and think about what direction or journey at what point you are with Amazon Business. And so that's really what we're going to start out here with today. So why Amazon Business? Jess will go over some of those program benefits, and then obviously we have the second half of the presentation where we start to go over how to join, and then even the question and answer. So with that being said, first question, why Amazon Business? So as we transition to the benefits piece, I'm not going to talk a lot about the benefits aspect, because first and foremost, I want you to think about your experience with Amazon Business. And when I say your experience, from a county level, we recognize that every county and every customer in New York is at different journey points with Amazon Business. Some of you in some counties have been using Amazon Business for years, and you use it quite a bit, and we appreciate that and thank you. Others may be brand new to Amazon Business. So I think it's essential that we identify kind of the difference between Amazon Business and Amazon.com, because I can almost guarantee that many of you have in the past or currently have looked at this idea that, hey, yeah, we use Amazon all the time. Just a point of clarification, Amazon Business is distinctly for, let's say, government customers in regards that we work with. And Amazon.com is what your experience may be with personal Amazon. And so if you have gone to that point where, hey, you believe you have used Amazon, I encourage you to really check and verify that it is Amazon Business. More than likely, if you've been in contact with either myself or Jess or Kyle, it's a good chance that you are using Amazon Business. And so why Amazon Business over personal Amazon? We'll get into some of those details later, but the second point that I want you to consider as we are moving through this process is, how is your account set up at this point in time? Are you currently using one main central account? Do you have all of your departments? Do you have people just kind of buying and then sending requests over to you and purchasing, or however that may be? It's really identifying where your starting point is as we launch this program out here today. So the benefits are great. We'll go through all of those, but really it's, where is your journey in that at that point? And I encourage you to maximize the benefits that we're going to cover is really taking and looking at, hey, how can I take and consolidate my account if I don't know everybody that's using Amazon Business within the organization? Or is this an opportunity for us to take and start using Amazon Business? So that's where we're going to actually start, so we can actually move on to the next slide. So who is eligible? Really, essentially, every member of NYSAC is eligible to take and use the program. We encourage everybody to take and, at the very least, take and sign up to at least explore what options are out there with Amazon Business and this partnership, the program, because the benefits are excellent. So even if you take and enroll and you have departments that are kind of doing their own thing, which we see happen quite a bit, if you don't want to take and have one central account, that's okay, but we encourage you to also have your departments that may be using their own Amazon Business account outside of the main account to take and register, go through the same process that we're going to walk through today, just because we want to make sure that we're able to take in and have everyone at the county level be able to benefit from all of these the products and features that we're going to take and go over. So that being said, it's actually kind of go into the why Amazon Business. Amazon Business, if you're not familiar with Amazon Business, on average, I believe there's 11 million more products available in Amazon Business than regular Amazon. I know that's kind of a difficult concept or to even rationalize around, because it seems like Amazon.com has everything available, but Amazon Business, we start to identify and have specific partnerships with suppliers that provide more products. Not only that, we're looking at cost savings as well, whether it's buying in bulk or just having access to more products. There is more competition then from the suppliers, so you do take and see better pricing. Also, as we continue on, we look at the everyday savings. Actually, we can go to the next slide. The everyday savings aspect is a big component of it, because as you'll see as we go through the benefits, there are product discount categories that we're going to go over. That leads into the curated selection. We are very focused on identifying products and areas that really benefit government customers. Whether your responsibility is to take and buy janitorial supplies or paper products or office products, whatever that may be, we're certain that you're going to find a lot of great options through Amazon Business. And that is essentially what makes Amazon really great, is the availability of options to find specifically it is what you're looking for. Not only that, it's as we announced the Business Prime aspect, it's that 2-day shipping. Yes, part of all of this is the unlimited free 2-day shipping that is available on all of the products, or over, not all of the products on the Amazon Marketplace. We still have to be specific in what we look at there, but the majority of the products that you will take and find in your Amazon Business account are eligible for Prime membership or that free shipping. And most importantly, and this is kind of going back to the point that I was making earlier, it's that tax exemption. Through your Amazon Business account, you are able to take and upload your tax exempt certificate so that all purchases that you make will take and be tax exempt. And it becomes extremely important if you do have departments that are not part of the main account, that they also have their tax exemption on there, because the last thing that we want to have is to take and have taxes applied to any order. So Those are some of the main reasons as to why it's important to take and utilize Amazon Business, and we encourage you to take and enroll in that as well. So diving a little bit deeper into some of those benefits, on the next slide, we'll take a look at, hey, what are our goals here? And I believe that our goals as customer advisors with Amazon Business are very similar into what your efforts are from your position, whether it's in procurement or whatever your title may be. It's that idea of, and we know this from personal Amazon as well, is that it's simplifying buying, right? That is important just in the idea that we can take and simplify the process in how you are taking and making purchases, whether it's through just going in and logging in and making a purchase on your Amazon Business account, or having the ability to take and integrate with your e-procurement system. We have the ability to do both. And so just in that alone does take in, allow you to organize your purchases, see your purchase order history, all of those things that just make things incredibly more efficient. And at the end of the day, that's really what we want to take and look at and doing. Also, order approval. Some people say, hey, I love the idea of Amazon Business, but our concern is that if we open it up to everybody, then it's going to be the wild, wild west, and we are going to be able to control all of that. Good news is that we do have approvals that you are able to take and kind of push out to the organization, that there still is an approval process, just very similar to how you have your procurement process now, is that we can create a workflow that still enables for orders to be approved. So yes, essentially people can have access to the Amazon Business account, and to really see the savings that the program here with NYSAC is going to show, we encourage you to have as many users as possible, in the idea that you can still have that approval process there within your account. Also, savings and discounts, we're going to dive into more on that, but it's that exclusive pricing programs that we really want to emphasize, because let's be honest, when we look at just the status of where the economy is, and potential impacts that political decisions may have, it's a really good idea to have options that are out there, and especially when we can take and look at being able to offer discounts on these categories with ceiling pricing. That is really a key component that we think, at the very least, which most of you do already, is you price comparison to Amazon already. And so if we can take and see discounted pricing from the moment that you log in, that's a huge, not only time saving, but it also simplifies your buying process. So the other idea that we hear a lot is just payment options. Everybody has requirements that when we look at payment options, hey, are we able to take and whether it's use a P card or a credit card, or do you accept invoicing? Can we mail in our payments through snail mail? All of those are the answer is yes, you can do all of those items, whether it's having an invoice, paying your invoice, whether it's through an ACH or electronically, or even mailing in a payment. Those options are there. You can take and have invoicing through Amazon Business, or you can take and use a P card or a procurement card, or even a credit card to take and make your purchases, or you can do both. So those options are there, and the idea is that no matter what your procurement process is within the county, we want to be able to customize, and that's largely what Jess and I work with our current customers on, is identifying and matching and creating your account to mimic your procurement process at the county level. So all of the approvals that are needed, all of just the entirety of how you go out and procure items, we can take and match or emulate that within your Amazon Business account. The final part is we also recognize that a big initiative for a lot of our customers, especially here in New York, is that you want to be able to identify local sellers, which you do have the ability within your Amazon Business account. We can take and set up guided buying preferences where we highlight sellers by zip code. So if you have local sellers that are currently selling on Amazon Business, you have that ability to take and identify those sellers. And it's a great situation where you can support local businesses within the state of New York. Not only that, expand that out. And that's a key component, because to be honest, Amazon Business doesn't exist, or we can't provide all of the options that are out there without the support and the partnership with local sellers. So we encourage local sellers to take and register to become a seller on the Amazon Marketplace. Not only that, if you have initiatives around MWBE spending, we have the ability to take in the highlight and pull those sellers to the top of your search results, just like we can with local sellers. One step further is even being able to take and purchase sustainability products. That is a huge, huge component of where purchasing is going, and having that ability to take and buy socially responsible products and being able to track that, those are all key components of what you're able to do within your Amazon business account. So it's a good reason as to why to take a look in using Amazon Business. And the final slide that I'm going to take and cover over here is, yes, this sounds great. We would like to take and be able to use Amazon Business. How can we do that, without a direct contract? And the answer is that we do offer a national cooperative contract through the Omnia Partners program. We are hoping to add more opportunities with other cooperatives here in the near future. And so what that does is you can feel that compliance piece of this through a contract vehicle through Omnia Partners, which is the national cooperative contract. So I can also mention that we do offer a contract through Omnia that is through Prince William County, where Amazon Business is the only supplier on that contract. So we are a sole winner on that contract, which I know here in New York is a major component and a piece that you all need to take and recognize, or have that comfort in knowing that it is a competitively bid contract that Amazon was awarded as the sole winner. So anybody can take and be a part of the Omnia program, whether you are you have a public school or a city, town, a nonprofit, whatever capacity, or especially in this group as a county, you are eligible to take and utilize the Omnia contract. We are able to take and link your account, your Amazon business account, to the Omnia program, so that you're able to take and have all of that spending that you would do through Amazon Business does get reported back. And so we are able to take in and offer that special piece. Also, when we look at just the contract in itself, the way that the contract works is it doesn't cover the entirety of the online marketplace. And that is a key component of all of, from a compliance standpoint that all of you have. So I actually, in full disclosure, prior to coming to Amazon Business, I was a regional manager with Omnia, and I did cover New York and New Jersey. And so if you have questions on how to take and utilize the Omnia partner contract that Amazon Business has, I'm happy to discuss that with you. Any supporting documentation that you may need, both Jess and myself, and even Kyle, Tessa, we're all able to take and provide that information, because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that you have that comfort in compliance purchasing through Amazon Business. So I think we're going to transition over and look at the program benefits. So Jess.
Thank you. We can go to the next slide. So thank you. So the biggest thing about this benefit, or the partnership, is the Business Prime benefit. So I know some of you have already had Business Prime. When you enroll, you actually continue that free Business Prime, but you'll have it for free for at least up to 2 years. The other big component of this is you get unlimited users per account. So I know a lot of folks have capped their accounts for who has access and who doesn't, based on the Business Prime membership. So when joining, you will get unlimited users per account. The other component is pay by invoice. Travis was talking about, if you use pay by invoice, or if you want invoicing set up, you do get a line of credit with the partnership, up to $10,000, possibly more per month. You also get an extended discount of 25% on thousands of different products, and we're going to go through some of those and what that looks like in your account, because you'll see the difference in that. The tax exemption on all your orders, we can help you set that up. And then you also have a dedicated account executive. So whether it's myself, Travis, or Kyle, we'll send you a list of that afterwards. So if you don't know one of us, you'll have one of us to be able to work through some of these things and make sure that your account's set up the way that it should be, so you can take advantage of all these benefits. Okay, so the best thing with Business Prime is you do get it for free, and you get it for multiple years. There's additional benefits when having a Business Prime membership that you might not know about. Some of them around spend visibility. So you get insights into the reporting. So who's spending, how they're spending, what they're spending. This can help with compliance factors. You can also use it for budgeting. I have folks that use it to see how much they're spending in what different areas, whether that's for sustainability purposes or other things that your counties are looking to really focus on. The other being guided buying. So it could be intentionally, like you want some focus for whether it be local sellers that Travis was talking about. All of those things can be set up in the back end of the account. Those are things that you get with the Business Prime that you probably don't have access to already. And then, okay, so for curated catalog, so these are the 3 categories that we're focusing on to give additional discounts. So 25%, upwards to 25% and more for at least office supplies, MRO, and information technology. A lot of those areas are where most of our customers spend now. So that'll be an increased savings, and you'll be able to see that on the front end when you're going in the purchase. Some of these are the expanded brands that we're actually partnering with. Prior years, we had a different partnership program. We're evolving that as things go on. And so these are brands that we find that are popular amongst all of our customers, and we can extend different discounts and a better discount program for each of them. When you do go through the registration process, we'll do that here in a couple minutes. This is what your screen will look like. Obviously, it looks similar to what your shopping experience is now, but you'll notice under each list price, there's a curated catalog price. That curated catalog price is what you're getting with this partnership, with the additional Business Prime, as well as the curated catalog pricing discount. So you'll be able to see at the bottom what the savings is in addition to what you were already going to get. Basic printer, same thing with the mouse. You can see down there that's 32% off, I believe it says. But you'll see the difference, so then you'll know. When doing this process, if you're like, that's great, I want to make sure that all of my users are seeing that, that's part of the guided buying process. So if we set up your account with guided buying, these items can be top of mind when they're shopping, so then they see the ones with the bigger discount. And I'll toss it over to Tessa for enrollment.
Awesome. Thank you, Jess, and thank you, Travis, for going over Amazon Business and the unique benefits available to everyone here through NYSAC. Before we go through activating these benefits right now on your account, we did this yesterday with Janice in Westchester County and Sabrina in Rockland County. I want to give you each the opportunity to share your feedback on the enrollment process, how simple and easy it was, and the impact that you now receive from these benefits. Janice, I'll pass it over to you first. You are on mute, Janice. I cannot hear you, but on the webcam, you have to select the red mic button.
Janice, are you there?
She is there. I can see her mouth. It sounds like you, I can see your mouth moving, I should say. Sounds like you had a lot of great things to say too, but we're going to pause for a little bit. I don't know if Jeanette, you're able to unmute Janice.
Nope, she is self-muted.
Okay, Janice is self-muted. We're going to have to move on from Janice. If she is able to unmute that, she can jump in at any point in time. Why don't you see if Sabrina's with us?
All right, Sabrina, let's
Hi,
see, testing.
Can
You're
you hear
all
me?
set.
All right, great, okay. So thanks so much for giving me the opportunity to just say a little bit about the registration I went through yesterday. I wasn't able to go through it on the call when we were initially discussing it. However, very quickly after I met with the group, I did go ahead and register on our Amazon business account. And if I can say that it took maybe 5 seconds, that's actually me giving it a bit more time. So I instantly was able to go through the process and do the registration. And I was able to see that all of the benefits that were discussed with the test have been applied to our account. Rockland County has an account with over 100 users. So we are in that larger bracket of having the amount of users and that cost. And that is a cost that now the county won't have to incur for registering. So I discussed it out with my director, Paul Brennan, and it was just even, there was no explanation needed as to all the benefits that we're going to be seeing. Especially with the amount of users that we have. Our county uses Amazon on a very regular basis for smaller items and many of our departments. And I think this is going to be a really great benefit for us, especially with the Prime shipping, faster shipping, even the option of invoicing, which right now we have P card set up with all of our users, but we do have that option now for that invoicing as well. So I think this opportunity is going to be great for the county, and I look forward to being able to use it a lot more, and for the feedback from other county departments as they're using it as well. So I thank you for allowing me to register early, and I'm looking forward to all the benefits we'll receive on this.
Thank you, Sabrina. Thanks for sharing your feedback and how simple it was. We're excited to have you as a new member of Prime. Like you said, Rockland County, with over 100 people on the account, have been using Amazon Business for quite some time, and you now have Prime, fast shipping and free shipping, all for free, only through NYSAC. We're thrilled to have you as a Prime member. Janice, I'll test you one more time.
Can you hear me okay now?
Yes. All right.
Okay. Great. Yeah. So for Westchester County, we've actually been a little gun shy with using Amazon Prime, or Business Prime. And one was the registration fee. Obviously, that was an obstacle or a barrier to entry for us. But also, you know, again, the concern that Travis mentioned earlier, if we open this up to the county altogether, that may be the wild, wild west as far as we know. But actually what was described yesterday and what was explained to us is that we have a lot greater control to manage the spending through Amazon Prime, Business Prime. And that gave us a lot of solace. So I'm looking forward to presenting that to my commissioner and the executive staff to be more flexible with our current policy, which does limit the use of Amazon. So I think we're excited about that, and it certainly makes life a lot easier. And it's very easy, like Sabrina said, some of these small purchases for our departments to get quickly. As we know, there's always situations that pop up. So having this flexibility and the ability to order these items is really is going to make life a lot easier for us.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Janice. And it was great to see how simple it was with you yesterday as well, not only activating Prime for free as well for Westchester County, but like you said, now rolling this out, having the opportunity to roll out Prime in a more transparent and controlled way through all of your departments, unlike you've had in the past. This is a really exciting opportunity. Travis Brown is the senior account executive for both Westchester and Rockland. Jessica is a senior account executive for many counties as well. Before we end, we will send a list of the account executives for each county. Thank you, Janice and Sabrina, for sharing your feedback and endorsing this program with us. All right, let's get into this. Jeanette, thank you for hitting the next slide. We now have the opportunity to activate these benefits, upgrade your Amazon Business account immediately to receive the free waived cost of Business Prime. This is a very simple process. It does take 2 steps, the first step being shown here, and the second step is activating Prime for free. So right now we will first go through the first step, and we encourage all of you to please try this out. You have to be the administrator on your account, but it is available now. So it is very, very simple to do. And we're going to walk through clicking on this link and activating the code right now. Jeanette, I'm going to ask that you share the link to everyone. I apologize, I'm unable to share to everyone that I know of.
Maybe in the question or chat.
In the chat, I don't have that ability.
We're going to put the link right now and the code into the question for everyone to see. Give us 20 seconds here and we will put that. Please check your screen. And then Tessa, we're going to need to get a confirmation from somebody on the webinar here to confirm that they have received that and can see that. Mark is putting it in right now.
One thing I'll
Great.
add here is as we're sending the link out, if you have concerns over if this is going to change how your account looks currently, or if there's going to be any modifications that you need to do, the answer is no. Your experience as you go through this process, you're not going to see a difference in your account setup, other than you'll see like the Business Prime logo, and then also you'll see the discounted pricing. Those are the only things. But as far as your setup, if you're currently using Amazon Business, it's not going to change your current setup. So I just want to put that out there as well.
Okay, has that been sent, Mark? Send?
It has been sent. Can somebody confirm?
I do see it.
Okay,
Can somebody confirm that they're able to follow that link?
Tessa, can you explain what the link and the code is?
Okay, great. And we're going to take this time right now to click on the link, log into your account, and enter the code. This will bring you to the activation field to receive these special benefits only available through NYSAC. And again, this is to all member counties and departments. This is not limited to any department within your county. So you can share this within your departments. You can share this within your peer group of counties in New York. We're going to just pause here as everybody does access the chat from Mark. Again, you click on the link and you'll be brought to the page where it says you can either create an account or join with my existing account. The majority of you here today already have an Amazon business account. So you'll select the second option that Jeanette is highlighting in red, join with my existing Amazon business account. The second option there, you'll then be brought to log into your Amazon business account. And then after signing in, enter this unique code, all capital letters provided to you on this slide and in the chat as well.
Tessa, the link is working for some people, but not working for other people.
I'm sorry to jump in. I just tried the link. It was not working, but I think that at the end of the link in the chat, the X is lowercase and it should be capital.
Okay, and I do notice it depends on the link that you press. The one that Mark sent is bringing me to the page. The one that Jeanette sent is not, for some reason. I'm not sure how that's copied and pasted over to the person's point, but everyone will click on the link that Mark sent. That is able to bring you to the page. And this will all be sent through email as well. We're just using this time as we will allow you to walk through these steps right now. And so just to reiterate, click on the link that Mark sent. That brings you to the page. And he just sent it again. Thank you, Mark. Jeanette, you can go to the second slide. And then I do have some common question and answers before we'll get into the questions. The second step after clicking on the link, selecting join with my existing Amazon business account, as the majority of you have one already, logging into your account and entering this code. Jeanette, please select the next slide. You will then activate Prime for free. Now, all Prime costs in the small, medium, and enterprise tiers are $0. We encourage you to select the largest tier. The enterprise tier is our unlimited tier for Prime, and this is based on the number of people for each account. So we encourage you to add in all staff within your county, within departments that need to request an item. That way you can have the most visibility, the most control into all of your counties and departments spend. So since they are all offered for free through NYSAC, we encourage you to unlock the unlimited tier at $0. You'll make sure to activate this by clicking Get Started, sign up for Business Prime, and you're all set. You'll notice once everything is complete that on the top left corner of your screen, it'll say Business Prime. That's when you know you've activated Prime. We can jump into some question and answers that that we have prepared for you, and then we'll open it up for Steve to read through some of the chat. Does that work for everyone? All right, Jeanette, you can select the next slide. Sorry, Steve.
Okay, let me throw out a couple of questions that have come in. First of all, this NYSAC Amazon Business Prime program is exclusively for county governments. Now, for counties, there are hundreds of departments. So this is not limited to the purchasing department. This is for your mass transit facility. This is for your airport. This is for your community college. You should let them know, everyone know, you should let everybody know about the code. NYSAC will push this out to as many as we can, but it really is up to you. If you are funding an entity within your county, you could use this code, and that entity can use this code. So we wanted to make it clear that this is for county entities, departments, your landfills, everywhere within the county, you could use this account. Now, if you already have an account, let me go to Travis and just have him explain. If you already have a business account, let's say it was set up by the executive director of a department, how can a secondary user take advantage of this account? Can you go through, we're getting some questions about what if we already have an account? What happens when they join this with the other account?
Yeah, so, and that will come up depending on, once again, back where your experience is using Amazon Business. So if you currently have an Amazon Business account and let's say the county has a main account, we can certainly take in and consolidate and merge those accounts and work with you on doing so. Essentially, the admins on the main account need to take and send over an invitation over to, let's say, the account that you're currently on. We can take and merge those together. And we do highly encourage you to do that, especially from an administrative level on your Amazon Business account, like let's say from the county level. That administrative ability to take and add groups or pull different accounts over, that's important not only because of just having a one point of being able and visibility into your account, but that's pretty important in the sense that, hey, we want to be able to track spending, we want to be able to approve orders. And so it's just that control that we want to make sure that all admins at the county level are able to take in and utilize.
Okay, Travis, let's build off of that.
Yeah.
County is asking, we already participate in the program and we use e-procurement. Do we need to register and sign up again? Will re-registering change our e-procurement ability?
No, and that's a great question. Actually, 2 points on that is, so if you are using your e-procurement system right now, so I want to say not all, but the majority of counties use the Tyler Munis, Tyler Tech, whatever, Tyler Technologies. If you have an integration with Amazon Business, so it's that punch out system, we do have the ability to do that. So if you're not, you can do that. But more importantly, if you currently have that integration set up and you go through this process, it is not going to take and change any of your settings that you have. You won't need to take and go back through and do this process again or go through the integration again. It will be seamless. Like we're essentially just upgrading your account by when you enroll in this program. So you won't see a difference in your current account setup.
Can you set a dollar threshold of annual spending for different materials? This would assist with the state aggregate purchasing compliance. So setting a dollar threshold.
Yeah, and so Tess, did you want to add something there on the previous? It looks like, yeah.
I did, if you don't mind, and thank you, Travis. Excellent responses. To answer the question, if somebody says, we already have this benefit, this is exclusive through NYSAC right now. So this has never been introduced before besides yesterday with Janice and Sabrina. If you already have an Amazon business account, and if you've already had Prime, you still are encouraged to click on this link, log into your account, enter this code, because you will be insured free Prime for multiple years. as well as better pricing. Like Travis said, this does not impact your integration. It does not impact Tyler Munis. It will, if you already have Prime, give you money back so you can make money during the next 60 minutes or, these last 60 minutes, which is very unusual for a vendor to do so. So feel free to do that. We'll prorate a refund to your payment method. So please, you're still encouraged to click on this link and enter the code, even if you already have Amazon Business, even if you already have Business Prime. I do have some question and answers that I've prepared that are most common, although I like the one that you were about to ask, Steve. Not sure how you want to, if you want to ask that again, and then we can go into these questions.
Why don't you take 2 or 3 questions that you have, and then I'll return to the ones that have come in.
Great. All right. Thank you, Jeanette. Next slide. Okay. These benefits automatically apply if we're a member county or department within a member county of NYSAC? These do not automatically apply. Most of you already have an Amazon business account. Many of you have Prime. You still must opt in. And to do so, you must click on the link, log into your Amazon business account and enter the code. This is something that you need to opt into, that you need to agree to in order to receive these special benefits provided to you by NYSAC. Next slide, please. Now, Amazon has a lot of logos. Amazon.com, we call this our retail side. If you don't include some of your departments or purchasers within your account, there's very likely that there's rogue spend being had on Amazon.com. And many people don't know if they're on Amazon.com or if they're on Amazon Business. So when you're on your account, look on the top left corner of your screen. If you see Amazon, that means you are not on a business account, and we'll ask you to create a business account. It only takes a few minutes in order to activate these benefits. And another reason why we have unlocked the highest tier is to truly capture all spend of staff and departments that might be on Amazon.com. Let's bring them into compliance. Let's bring them onto the business side. And you can tell you're on business by on the top left of your screen, it'll say Amazon Business. For Sabrina and Janice, we mentioned earlier, their screen said Amazon Business. That means they're on a business account, but they do not have Prime. Prime is not an account. It's a subscription to free shipping and to fast shipping. With NYSAC, you now have Prime, and you now have Prime for free. So if you're on your account, it says Business Prime. That means you pay for Prime, and through NYSAC, you're going to get money back. If you have Amazon Business, you can now activate Prime through NYSAC completely for free in a few steps. You can go to the next slide, and Steve, I'm not sure if you want to jump in here.
One question, let me go back to Travis here. I want to keep this to an hour. Again, we've got 75 questions that have come in. Obviously, we're not getting to all these questions. So we are going to put out a frequently asked question and answer. And that will also go with the account executive information, and we will distribute that. How long is the offer available? And what is the price of this after this program is over with? Well, that depends. First of all, the offer is open over the next several years. You do not need to get into this right now. It doesn't expire next week. It's on a rolling basis. You just need to enter that code and access these benefits. But until you do that, you don't have the benefits. We are working with Amazon right now for a 3-year program currently, and we hope to extend that. The best way to do that is the more participation we have amongst the membership, that we can demonstrate to Amazon that this is a needed service for the taxpayers and that it's working well. So the more of us participate, the more that we can generate, the longer that we can keep this going. But right now, we're working on year 3 with Amazon. The question to Travis I want to go back to, does this program integrate with your county's current financial system? Say it's a Tyler system, say it's a Munis system. Can you explain that?
Yes, so getting back to that idea too about an integration, with your e-procurement system. So everybody takes and utilizes different e-procurement system. The best way to get definitive answers, if we're able to take and do that integration, is to have that conversation with Jess and myself, your county executive. The answer is yes, we are able to take and integrate with a lot of e-procurement systems. So if you're outside of the Munis, which once again, I'll go back to Munis being one that is a large, it's heavily used here in New York, we do integrations. And I've worked through some of those integrations with counties, like City of Rochester, we worked on an integration with them as well. We even prior to starting that integration, we do try to identify and just have a level setting on what this is going to take a lot of times for your IT people to be able to take and work through this process. So we do have handouts. We try to answer as many questions before both sides fully commit into taking and having that integration. But once that integration is done, we refer to it as a punch-out system. So essentially, if your buyers are going in and they want to place a requisition or they want to place an order, they log into, let's say, Munis, they find they're not logging in directly to Amazon Business, they're logging into your e-procurement system. They see the little Amazon Business tile, they click on that, it goes over, opens up automatically for the Amazon Business account, they can find their item, they click on it, it then takes and sends it directly back over to your e-procurement system. So the two systems do talk, and that is pretty important in the sense that that is a big time saver. So if you currently have an e-procurement system and you want to take a look at, hey, can we take and do an integration with Amazon Business? We're happy to have that conversation. If we're able to, if it's outside of some of the more commonly known ones, we'll take a look at it. But most importantly, never hurts to ask. So if you want to take and explore that option, we do have integration capabilities.
If you've gone through the question is, if we have an existing account and now have followed this process and we have completed the registration process, are we done? Answer, yes. Next question. I've gone through the process right now. Tessa, to you. I've gone through the process and it says the price is $779 with a renewal date of March 20th, 2026. Obviously, something is wrong there.
Great, thank you for that. That's one of my slides. So feel free to look at the slides in a little bit. I don't think we'll go through all of them right now. So I'm glad you brought this up. We are offering this through NYSAC for guaranteed 2 years, and we're working on our third-year deal right now, which we intend to be able to offer. Right now, our wording on the system is unable to be for multiple years at a time. Although we have launched this within many states and many programs, over 20 throughout the country, this is still a revolutionary offer on Amazon Business, where offering Prime for free at scale for multiple years is on the forefront, trailblazing that NYSAC is offering you. So at a global level, we're unable to change the wording on your account. However, rest assured, on the back end of your account in March of next year and before March of next year, we will renew your Prime on your behalf at $0, and we're already working on the offer to do that for 3 years from now. If anything were to change, we will have bi-weekly meetings with Steve and Mark, and they are holding us very accountable to exceed your expectations. We will not, we are not intending at all to not exceed your expectations, but if anything were to happen, they will be made aware far before the 3 years from now. I do want to pass this over to Jess. I know you have a very good point to bring up in terms of best value.
Somebody asked a question on that, and I just want to make sure we get to that.
Let me ask the question for Karen Storm, who's with us here right now. The question concerns procurement. The question concerns best value laws. Does a county need to add Omnia contract number, or what does a county need to do as far as using the, I know that, well, first of all, we're working with Rockland County right now on other procurement methods to take advantage of the NYSAC Amazon Business Prime program. So we're going to have multiple ways for counties to access this exclusive benefit, but the question concerns the best value law. And what do they need to do to use the existing contract that we have right now?
If you want to use the Omnia contract, you must have your best value law passed first in order to do that. Because Omnia, as mentioned by Travis, is a one vendor only contract. It meets the New York State Comptroller's guidelines, so you're able to do that. Once you've done that, passed your resolution or, for best value, you can piggyback on any contract under General Municipal Law 10316.
Okay, so if you have a best value local law, and many counties already have that, if you don't, to take advantage of this particular contract, you will need to do that. We are also working with Rockland County again on another procurement vehicle to take advantage of this program. The next question, we're going to conclude here in about 4 minutes. Let me just keep firing out some questions. Travis, I'll go to you. How do, first of all, can an invoice procedure be set up? Can you explain that?
Yes, so you can actually take and request a line of credit through your Amazon business account, or your customer advisor, like Jess and myself. We can take and actually put that request in on your behalf. But essentially, that line of credit is opened up through Amazon Business. From that point, it's very simple to activate that line of credit. So let's say it's $10,000 that is on your account. We just need to take in and work with you to activate that, let's say, award or that amount. And it's simply just setting up an invoice template within your Amazon Business account. It's actually a click-through process. It walks you through it automatically, but that's one of the things that Jess and I do quite a bit, is helping our customers take in and set up that invoice template. Email the invoices over to you. So most importantly, if you're an admin on the account, you can actually see all of the invoices for your organization. Whether you place the order or not, you're actually able to take and pull all of that data that you would need for an invoice, submitting that over. So I think that answers the question. If there's anything else you need, let me know.
Okay, so we are going to send out the code and the link today to everybody that signed up for this, to make sure that you have the code and the link to do this. Another question came in, Travis, signing up for small business account, medium business account, or enterprise account. Can you switch back and forth between the different levels at any time?
So the answer to that is, depending on how many users you have on your account right now, the system, when you go through the registration process with NYSAC, it will kind of identify the program that you're eligible for. The benefit through this program is that everyone will receive is able to receive the enterprise level. So if you only have, let's say, 3 people on your account, it's automatically going to show the small. Can you add more users? Absolutely. You're not going to get a charge for that. You can add an unlimited number of users, but just in terms of how you are taking and registering, it'll kind of defaults to what your current number of users are on your account. You can add more. So Tess, did you have anything that you wanted to provide on an update on that?
That's perfect. Yes, you can always add more users since all plans are $0. By adding more users and meeting that next tier threshold, you'll be automatically put in if you don't choose to later on manually throughout your own, and they'll all be covered at $0 through NYSAC. Thank you, Steve and Travis. I know we're at time. We have a couple other questions that are prepared, but these will be available to you in a copy of the presentation. Please feel free to reach out to your senior account executives, Travis, Jess, Kyle, myself. A list will be sent out to everyone with the email address of your exact senior account executive. We're thrilled to be working with you, Steve and Mark and Jeanette, everyone at NYSAC. Thank you, Karen, for being there in person too. I know we can't see you on video, but your voice is very valuable and very well respected. So we really appreciate you taking the time to be there. Janice and Sabrina, thank you as well for being with us yesterday and again today. I know it takes a lot of your time, so thank you for that. And we're thrilled that you are already getting these benefits for free. And Ben, what a pleasure to meet you. Thank you also for kicking us off today. We're thrilled for this partnership. Thank you, everyone, and we'll be in touch.
Okay, thank you, everyone. We will again be putting out FAQs. We will put out the contract number for the Omnia National Cooperative Bid. We will also be sharing additional procurement methodologies to access this particular program. Account executive information will be distributed. All that will be going out today. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.